such a good friend.
But such a bad daughter!
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Couch Crunch Podcast. On this episode, we're going to be talking about It, and we also actually have a guest, Marissa. Actually, it's a good friend of ours. It's her first time being on a podcast. She's probably going to be a little nervous, guys. So don't try to kill her inside the comments and shit like that. So.
Hey guys.
So on this episode. And we also have Don, of course. Don's always there. So on this episode, we're gonna talk. I wouldn't even say it would be like an extreme deep dive of the series itself. I think we're gonna cover I think there's only 6 or 7 episodes, right? I think 6 or 7, if I'm not mistaken. That's why I'm just saying both of them right now. And I know, like I said, a lot of people are enjoying the series as for what it is. You know what I mean? Like. I'm just gonna let you guys know right off the top, we're not gonna butcher the show, but we're gonna go with how we feel, and I feel like, we're definitely gonna give our full honest opinions of the series in general. I feel like a lot of people are just gonna get hate for this video, but it is what it is. I really don't care. I mean, it's not exactly what I expected to have been. I know that like Don and Marissa are gonna have their own takes, but I'll go ahead and start with it already, like straight off the back. I think from the issues that I already have stemming, for the way it looks like it's made really well. It's shot very well. The characters themselves, the theme, I just don't feel like the characters enough. It was roping me into the story itself. I just don't feel like I have like any type of favorite character in this series. Like I just don't. I feel like it's just not really doing it for me. Derry, I don't know. It was just kind of like a random kind of like town, like a small town that, I guess like they decided to put it in. And it's, to me, I just think it's kind of crazy because like, I don't know the lore. Again, maybe if I read back, like maybe if I did my research, because a lot of people like to always talk shit, like these guys never do their research, but I'm not gonna go and read the Stephen King's book from like what the 90s and shit like that. So I don't know if the actual lore in the actual book that Stephen King wrote does it take place in Derry. I have no idea if this is just like if it's a new theme, if it's something that they just kind of they kind of took it from the old originals. It definitely wasn't It, like the actual movie It. I don't know if that was Derry. I think to my knowledge, I don't know. I know it was like a small town, you know what I mean? But I don't know if it was like Derry specifically. So, and it definitely was not in the 1950s. I think, when did it come out? 1980s, around there.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like a prequel to the first movie. So this takes place before that time period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know if it's the same town or not, but I think it might be. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, right? So it's like, regardless of the point, like it's like, I don't know if it has anything to do with the tie-ins of like the storybook or whatever. The actual original story, or like the movie, or definitely not the remakes. Well, I don't know when the remakes like time period was either, but with this one, it's like, I don't know what the angle was with jumping right into the 1950s, I guess, and then, to be honest with you, again, like, I'm not trying to like focus. They focus a little bit up on the whole racism kind of thing too. I don't know if that's like, it was meant to be like that. I just feel like that it just wasn't important enough for us to like watch. Like, I didn't really want to watch it for that. I wanted to really like get scared, enjoy the I guess the experience of being like, watching it itself. You know what I mean? Like, understanding like the character, and I guess like what made him him. Like I feel like a lot of people was coming into this series like wondering like if this was going to be like some sort of explanation on when he crashed. Like we all know that he's like some sort of alien species or whatever, or he's from outer space. He's not like a ghost or some shit like that. He's like he's from outer space. That's kind of what they wrote the whole military kind of aspect into the series, like them knowing that ahead of time, like they knew before the public knew, and I guess the Indians knew, like the I guess like they had like a small Indian tribe and shit.
Oh, natives. I think he's supposed to be like a creature based on Earth. I seen somewhere that it's like debunked that he wasn't supposed to be an alien, like this and on the book initially.
He was supposed to be an alien, right? I don't make this shit up. Like I feel like he was definitely supposed to be like some sort of alien. I mean, if not, then I guess I did make this shit up. I don't know, but I feel like that he was. The story goes is that he crash lands on there, and then I think every 27 years or something like that, to be specific. You know, he feeds on fear. He feeds on children. He feeds on it's not even just children. He feeds on anything that he can to survive. And then he lies dormant for a couple of, you know, 2 decades or whatever the case is, if I'm understanding the lore correctly. And then and then, you know, it is what it is. The cycle just keeps continuing. But with this series, it's like, from what we know so far, like, I mean, what connections do we really have to not just it, but like the characters? Like the characters, I mean, I just feel like, bro, like we didn't really, none of them are like you're like excited for these characters whatsoever. Like, am I wrong here? Like, I just feel like I don't know if anybody really cared for any single one of them. Like,
Yeah, no, none of
Yeah, the
those.
characters.
My favorite.
like Marissa, what you thought? Like,
I mean, to be honest with you, like I said, I think that this totally like went off track. In the beginning, yeah, it's cool to be talking about where he came from and how he got to Earth and like, you know, what he is.
right.
But not even necessarily they got into what he exactly is, you know. And for it to be about him, they barely show him. Only in what, 3 episodes?
They didn't show him until at least like I
4th
believe
episode.
5 and 6.
Yeah.
It was a very slow process of introducing him. But and then I don't even know if people already know, but like there's already 2 more seasons confirmed for this series. So that's probably why they wanted to try to drag things out, so that way they can have more material to use for the next 2 seasons. But it's one of those like, what are we doing for the next 2 fucking seasons? Are we gonna
now?
Wait, but what were you thinking, like jumping into this series? Like, what did you expect? Like, I know you already said like you wanted like to know his character more, but like when you first started watching it, was it very dry? Like, was like, all right, man, this is like kind of hard for me to like get into, like.
Yeah, to be honest, like for me being a fan of it, I like both of the movies, the original and the remake. And going into watching this show, it's like, what the hell? Like, in the beginning, I couldn't even get through it. Like, I was pushing myself to watch the show. And once I started seeing him, I'm like, okay, yeah, you know, it's getting better. And then the last episode, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, to be honest, like,
Right.
what the hell?
Yeah, that last episode. And you know what's crazy is that I read the reviews up on the episode, the last one that just came out for last Sunday. A lot of people said that they were just like, oh man, this was great. It was, you know, it is interesting. And it's like, honestly, guys, like I didn't know what was really interesting about it. Like it was dry. There's no material in this. Like I don't. And then now now we're getting into Pennywise, the character. Like I'm saying, like he was a human before, I guess, like the way that I'm interpreting, I could be wrong, guys, but the way that I see it, like the way I'm seeing it is like Pennywise the clown before, I guess he was taken over by it, whatever it is. Like he had a family. This is a man. He became a clown, I guess you would say. And, you know, now we're trying to understand that he has like there's a whole story behind the kid, like the clown. I don't care about the guys. Like I don't care about the clown itself, bro. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if anybody was really like looking to jump into the series. Like, yeah, I really want to know where the clown came from. Like that's gonna be a very important piece to like understanding this story. And it's like, I don't think nobody cared, bro.
Like, I mean, to be honest, I want to know where he came from and like what happened to this guy, because I feel as though in the last episode, the girl's dad is this clown. Like the clown eventually, I guess, took over him in a way.
Right.
Like I want to know how that happened.
Yeah, like I mean, what I like the overall understanding is like we don't even know where he exactly came from. Like, how did he start it? I mean, I don't know if anybody wants to dive that too deep into it, but I mean, like, if he's an alien, where exactly did he came from? You know? And it's like he was crash landed on Earth. How long? I mean, we're only going based off of when he first crash landed, and they did say in one of the episodes that he was a moose, and then he started wrecking shit or killing things or whatever the case is. I mean, what was the time period, I guess, like, after that kind of scenario? You know what I mean? Like, this is a time to be, if this is going to be like a Stephen King kind of thing, it's going to be like, it is going to be some bizarre out there type shit, but it's going to be like, explain it though a little better. This is what we have the show for. Like, I mean, and the jump scares, come on guys. Like, I feel like it's not even at all scary, like at all. Like, I know Don I'm gonna let Don get to it because I know Don definitely has some pointers to kind of talk about the CGI and the jump scares and stuff like that. But as a matter of fact, Don, you want to kind of tell us like what did you thought jumping into the series? Like, what was your expectations like?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to what you were saying. It's like, I guess from my perspective going into it, I thought it was gonna where I wish they explain more of like what he was, of like what kind of creature he developed into. Like, because I knew this was supposed to be a prequel to the first movie, so I thought it was gonna be a more explaining of how he became Pennywise, or where did Pennywise come from, right. Like the origin stories, like something along that line.
Well, what I thought, and to your point, what I'm thinking is that they're trying to do is extend this story to make another film. That's probably what they're trying to do.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, it's gonna probably bleed into like a third movie or something.
Right. I mean, the last two, I mean, I know like Marissa said the first one was pretty good. I don't know, like the second one wasn't, I don't know, guys. I didn't really like that one either.
You didn't like the
No, I don't think it got exceptions. The second one not much as far as like the audience didn't like it.
I like the first one. The first one was really good. The first remake, I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was decent. I always say like the classic one is it's hard to top that, of course, but
yeah, if you from the 90s, bro, like there's no way that you didn't find that shit terrifying. Like, that shit was like it had to be one of your top 5 at least that you were like scared as shit for. Like, for me, the shower scene was probably like it creeped the shit out of me, bro. Like when he was like coming out of the little drain and shit. Yeah, it's just the way he looks, man. It's just like the way he looked back then as a kid. You're just like terrified. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like the top of the prosthetics back then. Like, a lot of times, especially in this show, they rely on like a lot of CGI in the movies and in the show. So it's like it kind of takes you out of it. Yeah. It's not as scary as it was back then in the 80s. But
right.
Yeah, I do know that I haven't read the novel either for the Stephen King original book. But I do know like the show is based off the novel, like pieces of it. But it's also based off like his other works, like The Shining. I just looked it up now, and like some of his movies is kind of like a mixture of that. It's like because you see like cameos from like characters from The Shining in this show, which I didn't even know.
I didn't even know that. Wait. So some of the actors from The Shining is actually in the series. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, well, like their characters the characters that are based.
Okay. So the characters themselves. Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like it's like his Stephen King's universe put into one story in a way that's kind of like crossing over into the It universe. But
Oh, that's
I
a
guess
weird. That's what I mean. That's like a Stephen King like approach. Like it's like some sort of twist. He's like almost M Night Shyamalan, but in a better way. Like, you know
yeah,
what I mean? I'm not like a hater towards M Night Shyamalan, but it's just more like I think Stephen King was actually really good. I don't know. Well, back in the time when it came out, like that was him in his prime. I think when most of his
oh,
books were coming out, and yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah, and like this, what is based off of in the novel is it's actually it's actually more brutal in the novel. Like some of the parts they took out of the Derry, Welcome to Derry is like some really fucked
But
up shit that happens. Like they said, it's like a group
But what
sexual.
is it about this particular town though? That's what I'm questioning. It's like what is it like it just happened to be the town that he I guess not say picked, but I guess like the area where he normally feeds at. Like is that like that's what I mean. Like I don't know if they really explain that process. All we know is that they start off at the baby scene was kind of disturbing. I mean, I thought it was it when he was being born, but I was confused. I'm like, what the fuck's happening here? She gave birth to him. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
right. I
Like
think
I was confused,
like
bro.
yeah, I think because you see that throughout the whole show, you see like sequences of different nightmares of people that conjure up, and I think that's like one of the first boy we see that got kidnapped. I think that was like one of his nightmares, I guess.
Yeah, but that
I
and
know
that
he got
and then that's what
busted.
I'm saying. It kind of took some time. My bad, Don. I didn't mean to talk over you, but I'm just saying it kind of took some of kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street type style. And the only reason why I say that is because again, like he doesn't wait for you to go to sleep, but he actually messes with your mental. So it's like again, like how does he do those things? How does he find a way? He uses fear obviously to enter your mind, but it's like how does he have those abilities? You know, as an alien, I guess like an alien that can tap into your mind. Like this is the shit that I'm like confused about.
And I also looked up too, like he's not like quite an alien. He's like it says I looked up on the AI to see if he was or not. He's kind of like he's like a cosmic being. So yeah, evil cosmic
From
entity.
where? That's what I'm saying. From where? Like he's like a
Yeah,
god. Like I don't understand. Like what is he, bro?
yeah, I had no idea, but he did crash land in some in Derry. So
In theory,
it's,
Somewhere.
it's at a giant asteroid like object. So
right?
it
So we know he's from outer space.
right. Yeah, he's like some kind of cosmic entity. It says so. ho- Hopefully, I mean they only got 2 more episodes left, so maybe they dive into it. Or they just showing at the
Now,
same time. Said they
and
got
that
2 more, so I don't know if they're gonna drag it on.
and that was gonna be my next thing. I was gonna say, okay, so then we kind of give our kind of intake. Like, I mean, how does the characters sit with you guys though? I mean, I know a lot of them doesn't really like, win you guys over, but like, do you feel like any of them had? I like the Hispanic. Like, I don't know the name. And that's the thing I hate. I always forget names, guys. I'm terrible with names. I'm terrible with names in real life. So it's like, it's like. It's like and I know these guys know me in real life obviously, but it's like the Hispanic kid. I think he's like, to me, I like him. He's full, like he's very like he's the friend that tries to invite the army guy's son is what it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I
Right.
mean, I like Lily. I think she a bad bitch, to be honest with you.
Oh, Lily?
Yeah.
Why
she
you
a
say
bad
that?
bitch. Because, like, I don't know, man. It's just the way she's rubbing off on me and, like, the different things that she's doing. It's like, who else is going to do that? Who else is going to try to go and face this guy again after already being down in the sewer and almost getting killed by him?
Yeah, I mean, Lily's an interesting character. We know that she had some I don't know if she her background story. I think that she was in like in the same, like I don't know if it's a sane asylum, is what they called it, right?
Yeah, she was in Juniper Hill, right?
Yeah, Juniper Hill, but I forgot what it was. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that was one of the things I
It's
forgot
like
about.
however you say that word.
Like,
I think it was that.
yeah, I completely forgot like what happened with that. What about you, Don? What is your favorite characters? I like the Hispanic kid.
I'd say, damn, it's hard to say. Maybe like
Right.
the dad of the guy the first military guy we see. The dang, let me pull up his name.
Leroy.
Yeah, Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say he's like the character so far. Is like,
Will. Okay, I
yeah,
got the name. I got the names pulled up. I know everybody listening. They're like, "The fuck you guys doing a podcast? You guys can't even remember the names." Yeah. So Rich is one of my favorite characters.
Hispanic guy, right?
Yeah. He's cool, man. He's a cool guy. I thought the Indians were also like kind of interesting. I had no idea like what did that had to do with anything. That was confusing. That was really confusing to me. That the tribe. I mean, I just know that there were just stories about it, becoming like some sort of like monster, obviously. And they said like, he. What's
He landed,
interesting is that he can't leave the woods. I forgot. Did they explain that? I don't even think they explained
yeah,
that right.
but they did it. They buried those rock things, so he can only go to a certain length.
Ah, got you. Which they did
That's what.
yeah,
find. Which they did found his weakness to kill. Again, I don't know. Was that in the original film? I don't
No,
remember.
no,
It wasn't, right? Like
no.
so these rocks that they found. Apparently, this is his weak source.
Right.
Can destroy him. They just kind of wrote that in there. Like it's confusing, right?
yeah.
I
It's,
mean,
it may be based off the novel. I don't know because I haven't read it, but
But that's what
yeah,
yeah, that's what we're confused about. Like,
yeah, I
yeah,
haven't read
I,
the novel either.
yeah, I do know that like with the natives, like it's like an urban legend that is like shape shifting things. Like I know that's a real Native American thing where like they see like shape shifters that kind of come at the night, and maybe
Right.
that's what they try to tie it into from
yeah,
like what
Probably.
was came from.
yeah. That like, and here's the thing that cracked me up the most though about the show though is like when we're talking about the military, as if the military didn't have anything else going on, fighting other countries or dealing with a lot of other shit. We're just focused on like exclusively looking into kukuis, urban legends is what they say. But I guess like the General Francis, like, the general, when he saw it as a kid, he was like, nah, man, I got to hunt this thing down and try to control it, which is, I mean, I feel like a lot of type governments in every single kind of shows, movies, or whatever you want to call it, in books, it's like they're always trying to find a way to try to control something when something like that is uncontrollable, which is crazy, right? Like,
Yeah, you always find that it's like they trying to. It's just like Stranger Things, like where they try to use it as a weapon for the military or some kind of way or
yeah,
whatever.
the
And
military in there, I think they were just trying to find a way to like like study it. And then I don't know what they were doing in there either. And Marissa's actually watching that too.
Yeah, so
She's really
talk about.
behind on that, guys.
Don't come at me. Don't come at me.
Um,
I'm catching up pretty quick, guys. Don't
no,
worry.
yeah. You definitely are. You definitely surpassed my expectations. I really thought for a while. It's like I mentioned it to her, guys. It was almost like trying to pass up a deal. Like, you're trying to sell somebody something and they just decline it the first couple of times. And then I guess like when you actually decide to get them to watch something, they just say, okay, let me try it out. And even though was like questionable, like they were watching it the first episode and while they were on their phone, they still magically got wrapped up in it. So, I mean, I'm glad that she likes it. So,
That's kind of like it though. That's how I was in the beginning. Like it didn't really catch my attention. And then, like I said, probably like the fifth or sixth episode where they actually showed him. That's when it caught my attention.
I mean, I don't know if the rating is like crazy. I know it's 7.7. That's why, I mean, I thought it was going to be higher because this was a show that that we on the podcast was definitely looking forward to covering. And, and me personally, it's like a lot of people already are familiar with it and they're excited. They're ready for the jump scares, the kind of, the manipulated kind of things that he does and shit like that. Like, people are already looking forward to it. Like, was really looking forward to the series coming out, and it's like one of the biggest shows right now on HBO Max. But it's like, again, like, I don't know, a lot of people do like it, but I just feel like, again, like The military thing to me was just confusing, man. Like I didn't even know what was going on with Dick. Like Dick is the one that is that he's like the guy that remembers shit. Like he not remember things, but like he can tap into people's minds and memories and shit like that. That's when I'm like, where did that come from? Like you see, there's new things being wrote into this series to try to get more of an audience. I feel like they had to add these things in there for, again, if you're gonna make something that's gonna be 3 seasons out, they're gonna have to do kind of some bending of, you know, adding things in there. You know, with the rock stones, I don't know what that's about, and I think there was only like 3 pieces of the rocks, right? If I'm not mistaken, was there 3?
I thought it was a couple.
I thought it was a couple. Yeah, look at it.
Oh, yeah. It seems like, I mean, these things could be sourced from the novel. Who knows? It probably could be. Let us know in the comment section. I'm pretty sure you guys will let us know if
for
these
sure. Oh yeah, there's gonna be somebody like, watch the fucking read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the book. I mean, I could give it a try in reading it. But if it's not like going to catch my attention, I'm like, ugh.
It's probably not going to at first, because if it's like the old one based off the, like, you know, the first film. Well, actually, the first film was based off of that. So, but that's like the old story behind it. It's probably going to take you time to like really get into.
And that's pretty thick too. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that shit's huge. That shit's huge.
Yeah.
My attention span can't last that long.
Yeah, and like I said, it's like it seems like it's more mature for, like, compared to the shows that they adapted it into, because they left a lot of like explicit stuff out, of course, that they can't show on TV. So, but yeah, it seems like this show is going. Yeah, I can see why now it's going to have like 2 more seasons, because it's kind of just now showing Pennywise like towards the end, and I guess this is supposed to be like the big reveal, and then now we're gonna, I guess, dive into like maybe where he came from in the next season coming up. I guess I don't know what's gonna be the finale of this one, but
that's gonna be my next question. What do you guys are like? So we don't have the best expectations of the show as of right now, but what do you guys want from this series? If we're already going to get 2 more seasons of this show, what can help it be better for the finale, basically? Well, like, what do you feel like you're going to be like, okay, it ended on a cliffhanger, I need to know what is going to happen on the next season? Like, what do you feel like that needs to happen for you guys to get that kind of itch?
I feel like they need to get more into depth of actually who he is and how he became what he is.
I agree. You said it the best. I agree. I feel like if you can focus, I feel like they definitely did drag on way too long. We didn't need to get 5 episodes to see the fucking guy.
Exactly.
I felt like we could have got that, and maybe 3. I think 3 was enough, because these shows are like, these episodes are an hour long. There's a lot of content that can get put into 1 episode.
Yeah,
I feel like
I feel like
go ahead now.
edit it out.
Yeah.
A lot of it should have been cut down. I don't think these episodes should have been an hour long. I know that's like the trend nowadays with streaming shows. It has to be an hour long, but they should have cut these for like at least 30 minutes and like kept it more versus like all this geopolitics of like the race and like we knew that kind of stuff happened back then, but it's like they kind of dragged it too long.
You didn't need to wrote that into the actual like story itself. I feel like a lot of people were just like, yeah, the racism thing was kind of like, yeah, we like they were trying to keep it authentic, like to the 1950s, and we get that, but you could have definitely wrote around that. You didn't have to like
1 episode, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Like,
yeah,
I
and
agree
like
with that.
Yeah, and just like have an episode for like the Native Americans explaining that, and then I think that was like the best part for me in the series is like, okay, that makes sense, like with the skinwalkers, because that's like a real thing with the Native Americans and them seeing Pennywise as like some kind of urban creature. Like if they would have leaned more into that, like towards the end, rather than like, okay, he's the father of some random lady, and they seeing him in like old photos now, and I was like, I guess
Yeah,
it could lead into something interesting, but I guess it all depends if they kind of
I
display.
I just don't think it's just like the way that they wrote like the last episode is like I don't care, bro. Like I didn't care for the fact that it was like that's her dad. Yeah. Like no one even was like
Right.
no one was even like shocked.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
she rubbed me off as a weirdo anyway. So
she she wasn't even like interesting. You're like, yeah, nah, she's just way out there. You guys didn't
yeah,
like the
yeah,
girl with the glasses though? I thought the girl with the glasses was pretty. I mean, well, she was trying to fit in. What's her name? Marge.
bitch at first, Mero.
Yeah.
yeah. That's another problem I have with the show is like the characters are not that invested. I don't have that
That's
much
what
about.
I'm saying. I'd like Will. Will's actually the well-grounded like friend. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Will seems like he's smart. He's trying to be the one to kind of be like, you know what, guys, like we need to do the right thing here.
yeah.
Um,
It's like stereotypical like character.
we didn't
Uh,
even say nothing about Ronnie. Ronnie's dad was just like confusing too. It's just like so he got locked up for again the whole politics thing is like he got locked up because he was accused of a murder that he had nothing to do with. He
Yeah,
wasn't even he was at home and they accused him of murder again during those
I was
times.
in room with that white girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
I snap from a mile away. Like that was a stereotypical thing of writing a character and like, oh, okay, but it's the blame on him. I already seen that coming. I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I thought even though the CGI wasn't the greatest, I thought was interesting was that he used I don't even know if he did that in the original or I guess the remake. I think maybe the remake, but he used a lot of what they went through, their traumas of what they went through with their parents. I thought that was interesting. They used a lot of different methods, I guess you would say, because the jar at the grocery store, that was pretty cool. Um, the bat thing was confusing as hell, all hell. I didn't get that one. And then the mom with the umbilical cord thing, she was like like fucking choking out Ronnie over there, and that was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, I feel like that was like probably the best looking one out of all the rest of the CGI sequences with the
Yeah, the
nightmares.
shade lamp was like,
Yeah,
it
that's
didn't.
weird.
It was weird, right? Like I didn't get that one.
I think it's supposed to be like kind of like Chainsaw Man. I mean Chainsaw Massacre,
And
where they
with
skin.
him with the shifting, like when he goes towards you and shit, like I don't get why they think that that's like terrifying because he's going towards. I'd rather you just do the pop up type shit, like you pan the camera and then he's gone and then he pans it again. He's like, right. I'd rather go for those than just doing like the shake things. I don't get that. I didn't get
I feel
that.
like
Yeah, I think they're trying to base it off the movie because he did that in the movie too, where he's like shaking himself and he's like running towards the kids or
Right.
whatever.
And at least they got
Yeah, really.
Bill Skarsgård, at
Oh
least
yeah,
to do the original guy from the movie to do it. Um, but it's one of those again. Like I just don't think the expectations was extremely high for the series. I don't know.
oh
I
yeah.
think a lot of people just was going into it like we did expect it to be as good as what we thought, but then like getting into it, it's like whoa, this shit's just like kind of lowered. You know what
yeah,
I
I feel like
mean?
Yeah.
to be honest.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't understand why did who's even behind like who's like funding this? Like, what studio is actually funding
Warner
this? Because I
Brothers.
was gonna say, besides, I think it's just HBO that is funding this, or like, because I was gonna say, who thought it was smart to do 3 seasons of this shit?
Yeah, I guess since it's such a big brand that there's like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna.
3 seasons, Don. It's just like where we go from here, bro. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, it has to be a good season finale for us to say I'm coming back like the next whenever if it comes out next year or in 2 years from now, because we're not seeing any release date for season 2 yet. It just says, oh look at that, it already does it actually, and this is It could change, guys, but they're already saying it'll be out by 2027, which is 2 years from now. And then I guess the season 3 is going to even be closer to 2030. But again, like, I just don't understand like how they were going to keep up with this, you know, and especially like coming out around when Stranger Things season 5 just dropped. Like they thought like there's people still watching both, of course, like enjoying both series, and I'm not trying to compare, but I'm just saying like it's probably not the best type of time to release like the episodes while, you know, a big show like Stranger Things is out. You know what I mean? You probably should have came out, and I don't know if a lot of people were saying that too, like why did it come out around October? I mean, no. Did this come out in November? It was October, right? Yeah, it did come out like right before October. So October 26th was the first pilot episode, which was cool. It was a Halloween time. But honestly, I would have been happier if you guys kind of pushed this out like in September. I would have been happy with that, because that way that it would have finished off right before Stranger Things had dropped. Because again, like it wasn't really a good idea to be like, hey, you know, it's just not good for like viewership. Basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and what's funny about that too, like Duffer Brothers, the guys that wrote Stranger Things, they was originally supposed to do the It series. Like they were supposed to actually
they were like, the hell with that.
they were originally supposed to do the movies, but then they rejected them, and that's how they ended up making up Stranger Things, which is kind of funny now, seeing that it's even almost as big as the It series now. And it's kind of like you said, it's overshadowing this series
Right,
currently.
that's what I mean. Like it's like you picked the wrong time to like kind of release the project. I don't know. That in my opinion. But I feel like
Yeah, I agree.
I think that definitely concludes a lot of like what we have our thoughts on. All I have to say is before we wrap this up, definitely it has to be a good finale, or the next 2 episodes I have to be wowed, because I just feel like, why am I going to continue watching this if it's just not, it's really not doing it. But it's weird because again, this is what we think on the podcast, but the ratings are showing otherwise. Like the episodes are getting 8.1, 7.6 all Metacritic. Like the last episode, they even said the last episode that we're calling crap is 9.1.
That's
It's
insane.
like, I'm sorry. I take it back. It's the next episode that they're saying it's going to be 9.1. The critics, I guess, already checked it out. It's called The Black Spot. Is it going to be this episode coming out, guys, for actually tonight? We're doing actually the episode tonight. So tonight's episode is going to be, I guess, the highest rated episode. And I don't know what this episode is going to entitle, but it looks like from the pictures as I'm seeing is that they're diving a little more into his background. I see an image from IMDb where he's actually in front of a burning house with multiple bodies around him. So that looks pretty crazy. Yeah, I think it's going to be, they're definitely blowing the lid off. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like you guys have to try to get the last 2 episodes. It has to be like impactful. Because if it's not, man, I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't know how the ratings are going to look like in the next season. But, like, if you're saying already this next episode tonight that drops, which we will be watching and checking it out, and we're doing this as we're recording this, we're gonna wrap it up with the last 2 episodes, too. And we'll come back and definitely give our takes on that. Hopefully we get Marissa on there.
Shut up. I'll be there.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think that concludes everything. You guys have anything, any other takes before we close out?
I just hope, like you said, these last 2 episodes actually give us a reason to want to come back and watch season 2.
I agree, right? Like it's
like a year to 2 for another season is crazy. So hopefully they leave us off with something good.
With something wanting to come back, bro.
Exactly.
Like wanting to come back for more. Like that, they have to at this point. Don, what about you?
I agree. They certainly had to leave like some kind of like cliffhanger or some kind of like new revealing of something for to pull the audience back into for 2 more seasons. And right now, it's not looking at like it. So I don't. It's not looking too good. It looks like an alien Earth situation.
I don't know, Don. That's a little far. I was gonna say that's a little far. The way Alien Earth kind of wrapped up was dog shit, bro. I don't know if Marissa checked that out, but it wasn't it like the ending of that show was like dog shit. But I don't know what we said on the podcast. If we and if anybody were to go back and say this is not what you guys said in the podcast, well, this is our honest thoughts. It was not good. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we kind of made it clear in the last one we did for that episode.
Right. It's not what we thought it was. But no, I think that's about it. Thanks, Marissa. I appreciate you coming on. Hopefully we'll have you back, and we'll see you guys back in the next episode.
Adios.